All right, then let's begin. So could you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Eunjin Lee.
Could you spell that for me, please?
EUNJINLEE.
Okay. And Eunjin, are you working or are you a student?
I just graduated last February, so I'm working as a teacher to teach middle school and high school students at academy. So I normally teach reading and grammar.
Good. Do you like your job?
Yeah, I like it because I feel proud of myself because I can give some information and knowledge to students.
And what do you do when you have some free time?
Actually, I love shopping, so, but I don't have that much right now. So I just browse some online shopping mall by apps.
Okay. Why do you enjoy that?
Actually, when I was early 20s, I was addicted to clothes and shopping. So I can feel like another person when I wear a different kind of clothes. So I love it.
Okay. And what kind of accommodation do you live in?
I live in a studio. It's all very small. It's kind of not separated by rooms or like living room, kitchen. So it's a little bit inconvenience to live in because I live with my sister.
Okay. All right, now we're going to talk about new activities. So do you like to try new activities?
I would say yes, because sometimes it could be challenging, but if I can learn or start new things, I can get a lot of new information and do some challenging things.
And what activities would you like to try?
I want to try rock climbing, actually, but it's kind of difficult to try it. So I want to go inside climbing center. Yeah, so I can make a muscle.
Okay. And what activities did you do when you were a child?
When I was a kid growing up, I didn't do that much like a game or playing a internet game. So I normally hung out with my friends in playground.
Okay. And do you like to try new activities alone or with friends?
I would definitely say with friends because I can get more enjoyable and lively vibe, and we can cheer each other.
Okay. That'll do us for part 1. We'll go on to parts 2 now. Okay, so I'll give you the question. Here is your question today, and there's a pen. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute now to make some notes and prepare. So you can begin. All right, that's 1 minute. You're done. I might just grab that pen off you if that's okay. Thank you. Right, so could you describe a time when you were surprised to meet a friend?
It was a few days ago. I met my friend. I just met my friend at a cafe. So they prepared my birthday party as a surprising. So I didn't expect it at all because it was March, but my birthday is actually February, so it's a month later. They prepared a gift and flower. Actually, I can't expect the gift because it's a meeting for my birthday, but they prepared the flower for my graduation gift because I graduated, as I told you, last February. So it was really impressive because normally in Korea, I don't know, not that much people give flower to each other when it comes to it, just friend. So they picked a certain color for me and wrapping very unique, like no other. So yeah, I think I got really impressive feeling that time.
Okay, that's just about almost 2 minutes now. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, how do you normally celebrate your birthday?
When I was high school student and university school student, my friends and I prepared all the birthday party like a surprise party. But these days we just know each other very well. So I just prepare my birthday party and friend's birthday party. Is,
Just prepare and enjoy. Okay. Right, we'll go on to the part 3 of the test now. Okay, so we'll continue on. Right. So, why do friends meet up with each other?
I think just friends can talk each other from very light thing to deep talk. So when you get stressed, we can just stress out and solve the problem with just talking with friends. So I think that is the best part with meeting friends.
And where do friends usually meet in your country?
In my country, I think the first meeting place is like a subway station, because that is the exact location that we can make a promise. So I think that is the best place.
And if friends are spending time together, which places do they go to?
When we meet at first, we go to the restaurant to eat because we're really sensitive to eating. And then we go to a cafe normally and just grab some coffee and eat more dessert. Yeah.
Okay. And are there any jobs which deal with unexpected things?
Can you say that again?
Sure. Are there any jobs which deal with something that's unexpected?
I would say in service field, because there are a lot of different demands for the service field. So, for example, I was a server at a restaurant, and of course there are some kind customer, but there are some people that they demand really unexpected thing. So it's really difficult to deal with that kind of people.
Sure, yeah. And in your country, what kind of jobs are popular?
I would say the public officer, because Korea is really competitive and people get a high pressure. So public officer is more kind of stable jobs. So many Korean young people want to be that want to live like a stable life, and they want to keep like work-life balance. So I think public officer is the most popular job.
Good. And do you think parents influence their kids' decision on what job to take?
No, I think it depends on kids' personality, because even though the parents influence their mind or their like characters to their kids, I think it depends on more like the kids interest and their character and personality. So I think that's not that much influence to kids.
Okay. All right. Done. So thank you for completing the test. So I'd say your score today estimated would be about a 5.5 today. Just talking a little bit about the test, part 1, 2, and 3. It's part 1, some of your answers were like a little bit short. You kind of stopped kind of before I was really expecting you. So if you can give a little bit more detail in part 1, that'd be good, I think. Yeah. The part 2 question, right? It's describe a time you were surprised to meet a friend. So, but in the question, you told me it was a planned meeting, was it? It was more of you were surprised by the flowers and something else. So I'd say because of that wasn't answered actually the way the question asks. So just be careful, and I know you only have 1 minute for note taking, but just try and read the question very carefully. So I think in this question, they want you to talk about a time you bumped into a friend. Do you know what I mean by bumped into? Yeah, like just randomly met them somewhere. So just I'd be careful with that. In terms of the rest, there's just a few like recurring grammar errors that I'll point out to you as well. Let's look at vocabulary first of all, though. So at the beginning you said knowledge is, just make sure knowledge is uncountable noun. And so you can teach them information and knowledge. Another word was promise. Make a promise with your friends. It's probably better to say like plan. Yeah, I find students often confuse the words promise, plan, and appointment. Make sure plan is more with friends and casual. Appointment is more official. Promise is something more maybe like serious and long term. Maybe or something you would say to your parents. You'd say like, I promise I'm going to study hard, or something like that. A few things here. Let's just pick out some things here. Okay, so when I was early 20s, when you talk about your age group, make sure say when I was in my early 20s, yeah. It's a little inconvenience. So make sure inconvenience is the noun. You should say inconvenient. It's a little inconvenient. When you talked about doing new activities alone or with your friends, you said we can cheer each other. You could say cheer each other. Maybe a better word there would be motivate. We can motivate each other. Or even you could even say like we can push each other. Similar situation. My birthday is February. Make sure with the month you always say in. My birthday is in February, in January, in March. A few things with tense as well. Like I can't expect, like I couldn't expect that. I got very surprised. So yeah, that was with that. Friends can talk each other. Friends can talk with each other or talk to each other. Either one there is fine. The other one is stress out. So stress out and stress is the same meaning. Yeah. So you could say I can release my stress, relieve my stress. These are fine. Okay. And when you talked about customers in the service industry, you said people that demand. You could use actually the word. You could say demanding. So some customers are very demanding. This would mean like picky and hard to please. Yeah. So I would say like overall try to give like a little bit more information in part 1 and make sure our part 2 is exactly as they ask. But most of the questions were answered pretty clearly. You did well in front of the camera. Okay, so thanks for coming in. I'll give you that and I can show you the rest of the mistakes later. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely.